All right, we are recording.
All right. So the idea behind the 5-minute napkin plan is to use this as your sort of elevator pitch, because what we have here at Plustoken, the ecosystem that we're building, is basically becomes just a numbers game for anybody, especially if you're presenting this to someone who's already knows about crypto, who's already knows about the power of network marketing and affiliate programs. So what we've created here is a plan that we used previously, and with that program, I think we grew within 7 months to about 6,500 members in the crypto space. But the program that we have here is so much better in terms of the various reasons. But I can go through what this marketing plan looks like, which is a 5-minute elevator pitch, or even a 30-second elevator pitch, depending on how much time you have. The whole idea is I call it good, better, best, and bestest. Okay, I don't even know if that's a word, but it is today. The whole idea is that you want to show people, once they understand the power of Bitcoin and the potential of Bitcoin in general and crypto, why they're better off holding their crypto within the wallet of Plustoken. So good is basically having people just hold one Bitcoin for the long term, and they can do that on any exchange. That's Bitfinex, Bittrex, or Binance. But better is showing them how they can benefit from holding it within Plustoken, because of the fact that we get paid to hodl here. Best is using a double account strategy that we've shared with people on a personal level, or compounding it as well. So those are the two options. So you start off with one Bitcoin. A year later, let's imagine that the price of Bitcoin has gone up and down, but in the end, it's still only 6,500. It's remained flat overall. If you're holding your Bitcoin on a different exchange, you still have that one Bitcoin, so it's good. You're in the game. But with Plustoken, your one Bitcoin has multiplied to 2.2 Bitcoin, because you have your original Bitcoin, but you also have an additional 1.2 Bitcoin that you've grown because you're earning 0.1 Bitcoin over 12 months. So that what that translates into is your original one Bitcoin plus 1.2 Bitcoin equals 2.2 Bitcoin. If you use a double account strategy based on a 10% average per month, but with a double account strategy that pays closer to 20% across those two accounts using the same 6,500, you've multiplied your Bitcoin at 4.2, which is even, that's why it's best. If you compound with Bitcoin, it's about 3.16 Bitcoin. Okay, we don't show it on this slide here, but that's what it is. It's 3.16, which is also best. So if the price of Bitcoin stays the same next year, your with Bitcoin is still worth 6,500. Better with Plustoken is your 6,500 is now worth 14,003 in fiat, because you have 2.2 Bitcoin instead of 1. And in best, you have 27,300 because you have 4.2 instead of 1. But imagine for a second if Bitcoin doubles and you have triple C working in your favor, which is crypto compounding crypto and double dipping based on the increase in the asset, the underlying asset being Bitcoin. If it goes up to from 6,500 to 13,000, you're still good on the other exchanges because your one Bitcoin is now worth 13,000. But with better, holding it with Plustoken, your 2.2 Bitcoin is now worth 28.6, and with best, your 4.2 Bitcoin is now worth 54.6. But let's imagine for a second that people are nervous, often get nervous, and ask the question: what if Bitcoin drops in price? Which is possible. A lot of us on this call who have been watching it closely based on the news that's coming and what's being planned for the coming year, we don't think it's probable, but it is possible. So let's say one Bitcoin drops to half and is now worth 3250 next year. If you're holding that one Bitcoin in your other exchange, you basically are down to 3250 in fiat if you sell. And most likely, most people will probably have to hodl further because they'll want to wait for it to go back up before they do sell. So you're going to be stuck hodling for a while, potentially there. So good is no longer good. It's actually bad. But let's say you stored your crypto with Plustoken. You're now sitting on 7150 and 13,650 with BESS, even though the price of Bitcoin has dropped to 3250. This is what we call hedging your bets, just like the arbitrage trading. Hedging your bets against the possibility of Bitcoin going down. And sort of like, it becomes sort of like, from a marketer's perspective, you can call this an insurance program against the volatility of Bitcoin. And basically, that should take no more than 5 minutes just to pique someone's interest. Show them how, by multiplying their Bitcoin, they're protecting their investment, and then show them at the front end as well what can happen when you double dip and take advantage of that multiplying factor. And then let them imagine what happens when the price of Bitcoin could double or triple. It's all about showing them what's possible with this program that's real. And then if they're interested, everything before that involves not sharing it with a single person other than maybe your wife, husband, or partner. Then talk about what's possible in terms of Bestis. You know, if they want to learn more, they understand that there's that optional affiliate marketing program that pays not just one level, which is what Binance did, but essentially all the way to infinity if you build it big enough. So that's in a nutshell what the 5-minute napkin plan is all about. The game here with Pluscoins, because they have the technology, they're looking for members, and as a member who's looking to grow their business and build out, be a part of that growth in the membership, it comes down to now time and making as many presentations as you can. That's why you want to leverage these Zooms, because we can present it for you and you can invite as many people as you want. But outside of the Zooms, you want to be able to present to as many people as you want. But you don't want to take 30 minutes to 45 minutes to show them the plan. You want to be able to pique their interest within that 5-minute window. And this is essentially a great tool for people to use to pique that interest and then get them to start thinking of what's possible. And Sal's tagline, I was thinking along the same lines. I was thinking of hodl pays or we get paid to hodl, but he nailed it with paid to hodl, which is just simple. And so he's coming out with t-shirts, he's coming out with hats. The whole idea is he's going to become a walking billboard, and he's going to allow his members to use those t-shirts and walking banners as and become their own walking billboard. Because the idea is that people are going to ask, what do you mean you get paid to hodl? And then my suggestion is for anybody who starts leveraging that is to actually just use your app, which I think Simon's going to go into the training about how you actually show the different features of the app to people. And the whole idea is you make that the best marketing tool that you have at your disposal. Just bring your cell phone or your tablet. Show them how you're getting paid on a daily basis in Pluscoin. Show them how you're in profit from day one. Show them how the arb trading works and how the risk involved with arbitrage is zero. That becomes your best marketing tool, because especially if you have someone who has a wallet, they're going to know exactly how much Bitcoin they have in their wallet because it's not changing. But with your wallet here with Plustoken, it changes daily.
Yeah, you want to stop your sharing, Alvin, and then maybe I can try to share the app screen, and then you can talk.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually, that was it. It was just a lead in for you to take over, Simon. So great timing.
Okay. Can you stop your sharing? Your sharing is the screen sharing. Okay. So let me try to share the screen. Okay, iPhone. Okay, give me 1 second, guys.
My name is Hope Michelson. They call me the
Oh, somebody's watching movie. Okay, share my screen. Oh, not working.
It's showing it starting.
Yeah, you guys seeing it starting?
Yeah, it's starting.
Last time I did is supposed to come up in my cell phone. Okay, guys, so what, try to see if I can show my phone on the screen, but in the same time, I don't know, CN, you can start sharing your skill before it coming up so we don't waste the time.
Yeah, sure. I was actually going to show a PowerPoint.
Oh, you want to show the PowerPoint? Okay.
Yeah, I can share. Mine is ready.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I don't know why it's not showing my cell phone.
Okay. Okay. So, so the part I'm going to talk about is actually how to book appointments using text. But even before that is how to create interest in what we have. And you're going to run into a lot of people who don't know what Bitcoin is, and you're also going to run into a lot of people who do know what Bitcoin is, and also know people that are into the crypto space or also have crypto on an exchange. So the questions I've developed here are ones that you can use for anybody. It's pretty much a blanket question that's going to have them answer a yes or no. And whether they say yes or no, it's going to lead you to be able to get their phone number and be able to send them the information, or even send them a link, or connect with them and book a time to do coffee and go over the presentation, or even go over the 5-minute plan that Alvin just showed you, okay? So let me share that right now, and tell me if you guys can see that. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. You're good.
Okay. So it's how to book an appointment using texting. All right. So, like I said, I want to explain before we get into this presentation, and you're going to meet someone, because again, you're going to be getting people's phone numbers. This is for, you know, if you want to meet new people, what I generally do is, if I'm in a crowd or if I'm in a lineup, then it doesn't matter what they're buying. I'm going to say, wouldn't it be great if you could use Bitcoin to buy that? And they're going to say, huh? There's two responses they're going to give me. They're going to say, what is Bitcoin? Or they're going to say, yeah, wouldn't it be great? They'd agree with you. So if they say, what is that? What is Bitcoin? And there's two things you can say really easily. You can just say, it's internet money. It's been around 9 years and it's never been hacked. Okay. 9 years ago, it started off as a fraction of a penny. And just last December, it was worth over 20,000 Canadian. Okay. Those are the only three things you really need to know, because when they're going to ask you for more information, all you're going to say is, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but why don't you give me your phone number and I can send you some more information. Is that fair? And they'll say yes. Okay. And this has worked 100% of the time for me. It takes getting used to, right? So here's how it goes. You're in line. Let's say you're in a restaurant, and the person, let's say that you want to prospect a waiter, and all you'd say is, listen, man, wouldn't it be great if I could use Bitcoin to pay for my meal? And he's going to give you this funny look. He's going to say, what is that? And you've got these three answers. Well, Bitcoin is internet money. It's been around 9 years and it's never been hacked. And it started off as a fraction of a penny 9 years ago, and now it's December last year's worth well over $20,000 US. And they say they'll take a look at you, and then if they ask you, well, can I get more information? Or they say, that's nice. All you have to say is, listen, I don't have a lot of time, right? And the reason why I say you don't have a lot of time is because the people who don't have a lot of time are usually doing something. They're on a track. They're doing something important. You look more important when you don't have a lot of time. So you say, I don't have a lot of time, but why don't you give me your information or write your number on here, and I'll send you some information when I get a chance. And I'm even gonna end it with, leave me some information I'll leave you some information when I get a chance. If you don't hear from me, call me. Okay? So that's all you got to do. Now, let's say they tell you, let's say you're going to tell them it wouldn't be great if, you could use Bitcoin to pay for this. And they say, yeah, it would be great. Well, my answer to that would be, wow, it's amazing. You are in the crypto space. They say, yeah. And then you ask, wouldn't it be great if you can get paid to hold your Bitcoin on an exchange? And they say, really? Yeah, how would you do that? And then what you're going to say is, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but why don't you give me your contact information and I'll send you some information. All right? You're always not going to have a lot of time. Okay? You're always going to send them some information when you have the time. Okay? So you're going to have all these numbers from doing this repetitively. You're going to keep doing this and you're going to have a bunch of numbers. Okay? Now, what do you do with those numbers? Well, you're going to book appointments using texting. Now, why texting? And we're going to start with our presentation here. The way we've communicated has changed the game. All right. Texting has become the best and fastest way to contact and invite. Now, texting, when I say text, I'm talking WhatsApp, I'm talking Messenger. Okay. And it's funny. I'm just looking at these phones. I put this presentation together maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I look at the phones. I was thinking, wow, look how advanced these phones are. Now that I look at them, I'm like, wow, those are like, 2, 3 or 4-year-old phones. So it's amazing where technology has come. So what do you text? Very simply, you say, what's your schedule like next week? Let's do coffee. Or you can say coffee, or can we get together next week? Or what's your schedule look like next week? Or let's get together for coffee next week. Or can we meet at Starbucks for breakfast? Or can we get together at break time? Now, you know your people, okay? If it's someone you just met, the easiest thing to do is the first one there. What's your schedule like next week? Let's do coffee. Very simple. Okay. Now, we don't have a boss in network marketing, or do we? Yeah, we do actually. The boss is your calendar, okay? Because you either have appointments scheduled in this calendar or you don't. Now, you're either scheduled to meet people to share the opportunity or you're not. It's really that simple, right? So this is your boss. Now, if your boss looks like this and it's empty, guess what? Your business is stagnant and it's not growing. And people ask me, well, how did you grow so fast? It's because my boss or my calendar was full. Okay. So if this is your boss, right now you see some appointments there, then, it starts filling up and with appointments and you're going to get some momentum, because our goal to start for everyone is to fill up your calendar with appointments. Now, if this is your boss, look at all these appointments you have. So which of the 3 do you think is making money? A, B, or C? Like, we can tell you right away which of these people's calendar, just by the calendar alone and what's booked in there, which one is making money. It's really that simple. Okay. So which schedule do you want? All right. So this is why this is breaking. This is a breakthrough, going back 3, 4, 5 years now, why texting has become incredible in booking appointments, because it's easy to do. Everyone in your group, they can pull out their phone right now and make a text message, and they don't have to pick up the call or practice what to say. A lot of people get nervous. They have a lot of fear when it comes to contacting people. When you text somebody, it's very simple. It's easy. Okay. You don't really have to, face person. And if it takes having, the person who brought you into this business to sit down there with you, either it's a conference call or having them come with you. Like, I had Simon do a lot of my meetings in the very beginning, a lot of them. Right now I can do that, right? But I was nervous in the very beginning, so I had him do it for me, right? But when you text someone and, you really don't need your upline there. You can do it yourself. And then once you've gotten the meeting set up and booked, then you can bring the person there with you, okay? The other thing is it's fast. You can do it right now in a couple seconds. Boom, it's sent. You can send off 10, 15, 20, in a couple minutes, right? What's your schedule like next week? Let's do coffee. It creates action. right? If I ask you as a brand new person to schedule 100 appointments in 3 days, you're going to get scared. You're going to feel fear. You feel paralyzed. You feel trapped, right? Or I could ask you to send 10 text messages right now to people that you know, and it would be easy and less frightening, okay? So which is going to, which of these is going to create more activity, right? Actually getting someone to schedule the 100 appointments in 3 days and calling them over the phone, or texting. It's a lot easier. And it creates more results. Like calling people right now or text them right now, which do you think is going to create more results, right? It also creates more results because this is how the world works today. Like I don't answer all my calls anymore, right? On my phone, there is a little button you press and you can just say, I'll call you back, okay? People don't answer calls. They don't even answer voicemails, right? I don't remember the last time I answered voicemails. Sorry, guys. I don't remember the last time I answered voicemails, but it's usually text, Messenger or WhatsApp that people are going to be answering a lot quicker. The other thing is the objections are reduced dramatically, okay? The confidence goes up, and for the new person, it feels like it's going to work because their calendar's booked. They have a business now that things are moving, and psychologically, their business has started to move, okay? So the tactics, this is very simple. Use text message. Text message is the best. It's better than email, better than Twitter, Instagram, etc. And what do you text? Like we said earlier, the easiest thing to text is, what's your schedule like next week? Let's do coffee. It's very simple. It's very casual. It's very chill, right? If somebody asks you, oh, what's this all about, right? Well, if you already did that approach I was talking about earlier, where wouldn't it be great if you could buy things with Bitcoin, or you can make that purchase with Bitcoin. I don't have a lot of information, but I'll give you a call or I'll send you some information when I get a chance. Well, guess what? Now they have an idea, right? They're expecting your text, right? Which is a really good thing. So give them an idea. If they keep asking you, say, I have a project or idea that I'm working on, and I have something that you're going to find very interesting. You can say all this without even having to tell them exactly what it is. You can even invite them to, a dinner. Well, we did one the other day, had 10 people, right? And Kay was great. She didn't tell them exactly what it was, and they showed up anyway. But because people are going to have preconceived notions, right? So I have a project I'm working on, and I think it's something that you're going to find interesting. So keep it simple, keep it short and simple. Now, if you get the objection, right, and people ask you, well, I don't know about this because this, that, or all you have to say is, listen, I just want to get together to catch up. And this is what I use for friends, people that I've contacted, who haven't spoken to in a long time. You're gonna have a lot of those. I just want to get together, catch up, build rapport. When you get together, they're gonna ask you, about business anyway. They're gonna ask you about work, about your job. They're gonna ask you about money. It's gonna come up, right? So the approach is to let more people know what we have to offer and see if it's a fit for them, right? The more conversations we have, the more business we're gonna have. So it's all about the more conversations you have, okay? Because it's going to come up. It is going to come up. It's like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. It's been in the bear the last 10 months, but it's still very sexy. It's still very sexy. And the point is really to just meet and share. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. You just want more conversations. And that's where things will come up and ideas come up this way, and you can see people's interest level. Okay, so this is all about the law of averages. You put in more and you come out with more. Bruce Lee, Wata. So law of averages simply. So let's say you get these texts out. Let's say if you can send 10 texts, guess what? You can send 100. It's not that hard. Once you get it going, it's hard to stop, right? So what does 100 texts do? What happens? What kind of activity can you expect from 100 texts? Well, if you know me, I like to lowball. All right, I like to lowball. So if you send 100 texts, okay, you're looking at about 30 to 50 appointments. From 30 to 50 appointments, you're going to get 12 clients, or even 12 personals. Out of 12 personals, you're going to get 12 clients. You're going to have at least 5 members who are going to fund their account right away. Okay, that's 100 texts. And guys, I'm lowballing. I did the 12 clients and 5 members who actually funded in 15 calls, right? 20 calls. So if you do 100 texts, your numbers will go up. You're going to get better and better at what you're doing. Okay. So that's pretty much all I have to share, Simon. I'm hoping you guys, learn something from that. It's as easy as, really get out of your comfort zone. Because if you want more money, if you want more wealth, if you want more things that you want for your family and friends, you got to get out of your comfort zone, because there's more out there outside your comfort zone, right? And that means that, yes, you're going to be talking to people. You're going to be talking to people, and it's as easy as, listen, wouldn't it be a great idea if you could use Bitcoin to pay for that? Well, what is that? Well, it's internet money. It's been around 9 years. It's never been hacked. And it was a quarter of a penny 9 years ago. And today it's, well over $6,000. Really? What else can you share with me? Well, you know what? I don't have a lot of time, but why don't you give me your contact information and I'll send you some information when I can. And that's when you lay out and you send the text out. It's really that easy. So that's all I got to say, Simon. So let me stop that.
Sian, can I just add to your presentation there at the end?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I am also a numbers guy and I like numbers. Can you just share your screen again?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
So the question I have for you, Sian, is if you send 100 texts right now, how many members do you think you'll be have signed up?
Well, because I've been doing it a little while, longer than most people, I would say 90 of them, 90% of them.
Okay. So I like to reverse engineer things. So obviously the more you practice this, the better you will get, and you're going to bring your average up from what is it here, 5% that you're showing on your screen?
Yeah, I like to lowball.
Up to 95%. Okay. But when you use the concept of reverse engineering, you just have to ask, how many members do you want on your team in the next month? And if you want 10 members, that means you're going to have to find 24 clients, which means you're going to have 60 to 100 appointments, which means you could probably just need to send 200 text messages instead of 100.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be thinking about along those lines, because it really is just a numbers game in the space that we're in, because it's a race right now. Like, this company is looking to be a top crypto company. They want to be listed on the exchange by the springtime, potentially. And when they do that, the credibility is going to go through the roof, and people are going to be talking about this new company on this exchange. They're going to think, where did this company come from? Where did this company how do they have 5 million, 2 million or 3 million members on the exchange already? So between now and the spring, it's really a race. And so you just have to ask yourself, how big do you want your house to be? Because that's essentially what we're having. We have the opportunity to build a house, grab your piece of the market share. And if you reverse engineer this, knowing that in time you will get better than a 5% closing ratio, send 500 text messages.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's awesome. Even me, I have to write down some note. I hope everybody writes some note. But we're recording this video, this meeting, this training, and we will send out the training to you guys to review it again. Okay. All right. So thank you, Sian and Alvin. Now I just want to go through with the numbers, guys. If you can enlarge my video on your screen, then you should be able to see. Can you see all the writing on the paper? Can you see it, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what you do is on the top right corner of your screen, if you so you look at Simon's window, and there's like 3 dots. You press that, and then you're going to see chat and pin video. Click pin video, and it'll go into your entire screen.
Yeah. Can you guys do that?
So in Simon's window, where you see it, there's a little blue square in the top right corner of his window. Click it, and then click pin video, and it'll blow up. Your computer's not going to blow up. The picture itself is going to fill your entire screen. Sorry, Simon, go ahead.
Okay, so this is, sorry about all the writing, I just done it. But so for a new member, when they activate their AI doc, okay guys, remember the first 24 hours, you will get something called candy, right? You will get something called candy. And this candy is between 1 to 500 plus token. So if you calculate the price, it's a random 1 to 500 plus token. Now it's $17. So you can get between $17 to like, how much? It's sold out almost $7,000. Okay. So if you're a lucky guy that you can get the 500, but most of them, like 99% so far I see is 1.5, 1.2, 2.5, somebody get 2.9, right? So that is the first 24 hours after you activate your AI doc. And within 48 hours, you will get your first daily payout. The first daily payout will be between the first 48 hours. You will get your daily payout, okay? And when you get your daily payout, how the calculation? So in this example, I just based on the minimum $500. You put in $500 Bitcoin, okay? So if that day, because in average, every month is 10% in average. So if you divide 10 by 30 days, you get around 0.31, 0.32, 0.33% every single day, right? So you will get 0.3 to get the number more easy. I use 0.3, right? So in this case, you will get $1.50. And this $1.50, the system will use that to buy automatically 0.1 plus token based on if the price is $15, right? I just use a price so it's more easy for the number. So if you get $1.50, they will use that to buy plus token on the price that day. So if plus token is $15 each, you will get 0.1 plus token, right? That is your own income. What if you are the upline? If you are the upline and your downline, your direct downline getting 0.1 plus token, how much you get? In the presentation, we talk about 100% matching, right? So you suppose you get 0.1 plus token as well, but not really. Because if you read the term and condition, there is we remember that we have 3 different types of members. We are the normal member. Most of us, like right now in Canada, 100% of us is the normal members. We also have VIP member. If you are VIP member, you get less on the fee when you get the commission, okay? But for us, when we get our commission, direct bonus, we will get 100% minus 5% fee, okay? So in this example, your downline, your direct downline, level 1 direct downline, getting 0.1 plus token, you will minus 5%, you will get 95% of that. So you will get 0.095 plus token. That is how you getting your direct commission, minus 5% fee. So that's why a lot of people, they just text us today, hey, how come I sign up my wife getting 0.22, but I only get 0.19. Okay, that is why, because there's a fee. It's under the term and condition. For normal member is 5%. But if you are a VIP member, the fee is only 1%. VIP member, the fee is 1%. Okay, so that is how the calculation of the AI doc, right? So anybody have any question? Let me unmute. Am I clear, Alvin and CN? Hi guys.
So far, yes.
Okay. So that
and this is recorded too.
Yeah, that is the AI doc calculation. I just want to key out so everybody understand how the AI doc works. Now, let me share the screen. I want to share about the announcement today. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Stop share. Share again. Okay. So you guys can see my screen, right? So today, the announcement from our leaders, that's what we love because I connect to the leader and they talking with the company. So now they are planning. Their schedule is coming out of number one. They schedule to come out the Plustoken trading and Bitcoin trading against all the other cryptocurrency in December. Okay, so what that mean? What that mean is in December, you able to turn your Plustoken into Bitcoin, or you can turn your Plustoken into Litecoin, Dash into EOS, because the exchange will be opened up with Plustoken against all the other cryptocurrency. And the second announcement, by the 15th of this month, most likely we will see, somebody's asking a question. November 15, the schedule is the exchange of Ethereum against all the other cryptocurrency will open. Okay, so in the term, you still can turn your Plustoken into Bitcoin if you want, because you can turn your Plustoken. First step is turn your Plustoken into Ethereum, because they will open up the Ethereum. You all the time you can turn your Plustoken into Ethereum, right? From Ethereum, you can turn your Ethereum into Bitcoin inside the exchange. But of course, you will be spending double of the fee. The fee is 0.2% for every transaction of the exchange. Okay, that is very good news, guys. 15th of November, the exchange start letting everybody using it. As you see on the app, we've been seeing the leader, the first 300 original leader is been testing out the exchange. So look like they are finishing the final testing, and then they able to launch by the 15th this month to all the members to use exchange. And this is major change or major announcement the company will come out, because as soon as they start doing the exchange, slowly CoinMarketCap will pick up the data, and all the other market will start picking up the data. Slow, like as I understand, within 2-3 months, when we have trading activity going on like this, CoinMarketCap will start listing out cryptocurrency Plustoken on the market. By that time, what happened? Everybody will know Plustoken, and everybody will be surprised. What is Plustoken? Why they listing on the top 10, top 20? Then when you go out and do your marketing, do your prospecting, it's way more easier. Okay, so that is a big deal. This 15, the exchange coming now. And number 3, OTC exchange will be also open this December. This is another major announcement. OTC exchange, over-the-counter exchange, is very popular in Asia countries, like in my country, Vietnam, and in China, and I believe in Hong Kong. They all using this OTC exchange. Basically, OTC exchange, what that means is, if I have 1 Bitcoin, I want to sell 1 Bitcoin today for $7,000. I am not relying on the market price. Whatever price I want to sell, I just list it on the OTC exchange. If somebody wants to buy, they just need to send wire transfer or direct transfer or using their credit card to send the money to the platform. When the platform holding 1 Bitcoin in one with one person, and then they holding 7,000 from the buyer. Then they will send the money to the seller and send the Bitcoin to the buyer. That is OTC exchange. It's very popular in Asia country. So if this one opened, then when we buy our Bitcoin, when our downline to go buy the Bitcoin, is a lot more easier. This is a great solution for everybody. And when they open like this, Plustoken OTC exchange will be huge, because right now we already have over 800,000 members download the wallet, and around 500,000 members activate the AI doc. Can you imagine, as soon as they open this exchange, hundreds of thousands members will using this OTC, and Plustoken will create a lot of fee. I don't know, are they going to share the OTC exchange fee to us yet? They didn't announce that, but if they share, or even though they don't share, but that will help Plustoken price going up as well, right? Because all the fee will be using in Plustoken. As the white paper say, every single platform that connect to Plustoken, the fee have to use in Plustoken. So that means when people want to buy and when they need to pay the fee, they need to buy some Plustoken as well. In the same time, when they want to buy Bitcoin. What that means is the community getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so that's number 3 announcement. And number 4 announcement. So Plustoken originally they only want to be traded on their own platform, but after a lot of leaders been asking them, can they also list on the other exchange? And after a long time of thinking, I believe they decide they may list it on the other exchange as well. So this is sometimes it's a good news as a bad news. Some people like this one, some people don't like this idea, because you guys know that if we list it on all the other exchange, yes, we will get more of the market to know about us, right? But the bad side is they may backfire to the price of Plustoken, because a lot more people jump into the Plustoken, a lot more frustrated, like go up and down. The Plustoken price will go up and down, not stable, not easy to be stable. Okay, so that's the good side and the bad side on this news. Okay, so number 5 on the newspaper, on the white paper, not newspaper, on the white paper, there are many things will coming out, like the fast pay payment system will connect to merchant. This is another huge action that Plustoken will do. And that is one thing. So when they connect to the merchant, what that means is they will connect Visa card and MasterCard. And why they want to launch within the next 10 months? Because like in the presentation, I always share to you, Plustoken now they need more members. And they telling the leader, at least they need 2 million members to start talking to Visa and MasterCard. Because as you know, if Plustoken don't have enough of the buying power, MasterCard and Visa card don't care, right? So we need to show them, hey, we have enough of the members to use the fast pay payment system to connect to Visa and MasterCard, so that we can launch our fast pay payment system connecting fiat money with cryptocurrency money. And as you know, fast pay payment system are already working. It's not tomorrow will work, but it's already working with cryptocurrency. Right now, you can send and receive 5 different cryptocurrency. And the good thing is, fast pay payment system, you can send and receive Plustoken for free right now. In the future, I don't know, do they going to charge fee? But right now, you can send back and forth for free in Plustoken. So Plustoken will become the cryptocurrency. More and more people love to use it for transferring money, because it's free to transfer. Okay, so that is all the new coming up, and I'm I'm so excited, guys, because all of this coming out is game over, guys. It's game over. The whole world will know about Plustoken. The whole world will jump on to asking you, what is Plustoken? Can you sign me up? So now is the time, guys. Cover your potential market. Like CN say, don't slow down. Just text everybody that you know. Just make sure they know that you are in Plustoken. So at least when they heard about Plustoken in all over the world, they remember that you are the one that telling them first. And then they can come back and ask you to help them to register inside Plustoken. All right? Anything else? Okay, CN and Alvin, I think I finished. You guys want to cover something before we finish, and then I open up if anybody have any question.
I'm good at your end. That was exciting, Simon. Yeah, so many things going on. I'm not sure which one to be excited about first. There's so many things.
Which one you excited about first?
You know. Oh, but no, I think I've covered what I wanted to cover tonight. Alvin?
Alvin? Okay, if Alvin not there, so somebody asking how to become VIP. Okay, let me write down. Our VIP and diamond members. So you have VIP member and diamond member. So become diamond member, you need to hold 5,000 Plustoken for 28 days at least. And after you holding 28 days, the 29th day, you can become diamond members. Become a diamond member. So same thing for VIP member. For VIP member, you need to hold 10,000 Plustoken for 28 days. And then the 29th day, you still holding the 10,000 Plustoken, you will become VIP member. And in VIP and diamond member, you have many benefits. The first benefit, of course, you save on all the fee. Every single fee that you can see in Plustoken, you will pay only 20%. Okay? So for example, in here, they paying 5% for your commission, right? If you are VIP member, you only pay 1% when you get the commission from your downline. We normal member pay 5%, but for VIP member, you pay only 1%. And on the transaction fee for the exchange, you also only pay 20% whatever the normal member pay. So that is true benefit. The next benefit is VIP and diamond member, every single month, you get extra. You got extra on the candy. You will get what they call the super candy. Okay, this super candy basically is the revenue that Plustoken got back from arbitrage trading, which after they pay all the member, if anything they still have extra, they will share to all the VIP member and diamond members in candy. So it's huge. Like I can see a couple of the VIP and diamond member every month they receive around 30 to 50 per Plustoken. Last month I see a couple of them. Okay, that is 3 benefits. And the 4th benefit is, as I shared before, if you are the True Star member and you also a VIP member, you will get exchange, the exchange fee you get from level 11 to infinity. You guys know that the exchange fee, they share to the normal member only 10 level. Every single level, you get 5% for the normal member. But if you are diamond and VIP member, you will get from level 11 to infinity for 5%. But of course, you need to holding 5,000 Plustoken or 10,000 Plustoken to do that. So those are the 4 different benefits as a VIP and diamond member. So as we understand in blockchain industry, VIP and diamond member is similar to master node, right? Alvin always sharing to you, sometimes we sharing to you is master node in all the other cryptocurrency. When you're holding enough of the cryptocurrency, like for example, Dash have the master node. If you're holding Dash enough, I think it's $100,000 in Dash, every year or every month, they will pay you interest. So in Plustoken, if you're holding 5,000 Plustoken, every single month, they will pay you in candy as the share of the revenue share. So if you guys have enough of the capital, you can put into become VIP and diamond member. Okay, Alvin, you have anything add up to before we close?
Sorry, can you hear me now, Simon?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Well, you know what? I was just saying it's hard to top the announcement you just made. So, but really, all I have to emphasize is just time to get to work. You know, because as you said, there's what we have so far and the tools that we have that we can work with. We can do a lot of damage with it already.
Oh yes.
You know? We can, like, just by having what we have. And, you know, one of the other tools that I would recommend people start using is, you know, talk to people that have been burned in the last year and a half or the last year with these other programs that, you know, tried and failed. You know, some of them may have been pure Ponzi, but some of them may have been just companies that tried and failed, basically, and it didn't work out. The advantages of this program over everything else, and the reason why when we started looking for a new program, you know, since January, our search was over when we stumbled upon this. And there's one slide that I would share with people. You know, how is this different? One, there's no packages that you're locked into. Your crypto is just being held in the wallet. You can take it out at any time. So you're not waiting and crossing your fingers to be in profit for 3 to 6 months or 9 months or a year. You're in profit from day one. The way they generate the revenue right now involves zero risk, which is arbitrage. And learn about that concept. Educate yourself. It's not nothing. It's not new. It's not something new that the company invented. And two, there's no registration fees to put you further in debt. There's no monthly fees to put you further in debt to the company. You're in profit from day one. And, you know, we've already shared the fact that you can make on average 10% a month. You know, you're lucky if you can get a mutual fund that's going to pay you 10% a year. But with the strategy that we've shared with the double account strategy, you can make double that. Instead of 10%, you can make upwards of 19, 20%. So I just want to thank you for all that you've done in sharing these latest announcements and translating them from Chinese and Korean into English, because I know it's not the easiest. Google Translate is not perfect when it translates things. So I know you have to sort of add your own touch.
Yeah.
But when you look at the white paper and you look at that roadmap that we use in our presentations, and you see the year 2022 and a 5 to 6 year plan, and then when they say that they're going to roll out everything there within the next 10 months, it's almost like, oh man, I need a little more time to build a bigger house. You know, and when you think about it, I've always told people, you know, I'm not going to wait for the bull run. I know it's coming. I'm not going to wait for it. I'm going to create my own.
Yeah.
And that's what you have here. You have the opportunity to create your own, because even if Plustoken stays at $17 and Bitcoin stays at the same price it is right now.
Oh.
And this is why I really love the fact that I gained an hour last night and got to sleep a little bit of extra. So that's all I have to say. You've given us enough tools to go to work, and there's really no excuses. It just becomes a numbers game at this point, because the low-hanging fruit are all those people that you know that put in some money into crypto and unfortunately may have put some money into a different program where they lost money. You know, or even people that didn't lose money were just holding their crypto and right now need a way to recoup some of it, because unfortunately they bought it on the downturn when the bull market turned into the bear market. And this is a perfect opportunity for them to hedge their bets.
Yeah, guys.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, anybody want to share or asking questions? The floor is open, guys. If no, I count by 3. Go for 1, 2. Okay, guys. So if no more questions, King have a question, King? One more question. King, go ahead. Let me unmute King. Where's King? How come I don't see King on my screen? What's your question, King? Okay, King.
Maybe you can
Brandon
type
had
it
a question.
Okay, I try to unmute you. You need to unmute yourself, King.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, how do we qualify to earn from level 11 to infinity? Is there any other sale that we need to do within that first to 10 level to open the qualified to earn from 11 to infinity?
Yes, in our presentation, we are show you that the first requirement, you need to sign up 10 directs, okay? The second requirement is your total team volume need to hit 200,000 US dollars. So when you meet those two requirements, you will open up to infinity, 5%, extra 5%, okay? So 5% is from level 1 to 10, you will add up 5% more when you become 2-star, okay? And also, from level 11 to infinity, you will get 5% on the matching on their AI Doc daily income. So that's how you open up the infinity income.
Is there any time frame to reach that? There is certain time frame.
No time frame. Any day you become like you have 10 direct and you have 200,000 volume. That day you are qualified for the infinity bonus. Make sense?
Very much.
Okay. All right. So look like we don't have any more questions. Oh, can we earn percentage for bringing in merchant? Hey, Brandon. No, we don't have any bonus to bring in merchant yet. But like I bought in one merchant, I just basically asking them to accept Plustoken because there's no contract, there's nothing to sign, and they don't need to set up anything. All they need to do is they willing to accept Plustoken in their app. So when Plustoken member come and use their service, and then they just turn on their fast pay payment system and send fast pay payment system to the merchant, and ching, they get the Plustoken instead of paying Canadian dollars, right? So that's how I get my first merchant on board, because he also put money into AI Doc and he also loved the Plustoken concept. That's why he willing to accept Plustoken. And like CN just shared the Plustoken price. Why merchant want to receive Plustoken, guys? Because look, today he received $100 in Plustoken. If he keep that in the next 12 months, that $100 he get from you, it can become $1,000 or become $500, become $200, right?
So quick question. So based on that, so anybody without having to sign up a contract or anything can start to accept Plustoken as a merchant. So we have an IPTV company, so we can accept Plustoken from that without having to sign up anything?
Yes, we doesn't have anything. But the only thing is that right now, because they don't have any merchant program set up, so the difficulty is when people send you the Plustoken, they don't tell you exactly who's sending you from, okay? So it needs to be instant clarify for it, right? If I send it to you and then somebody else send it to you, you don't know which one is from who. That is the only thing they don't set up yet. And we already asking the company or Plustoken to set up something that say, okay, this one is from this phone number. This one is from this phone number. so that we can know who's sending the money from, right?
Okay.
So that is the only thing they don't have it yet. So
but it's on the way.
Yes, yeah. We already suggest the company to add up. At least they can see, okay, this $10 is from 416649 number. This
so you have a way to cross-reference it.
Yeah, they only see the money coming in, but they don't know who's sending the money.
Okay, so one last question.
Would that be the merchant portal, Simon? That would be the merchant portal that they're building?
Yes, they will building up the merchant portal. That's will be recognized by the merchant who's sending which, like, what kind of payment against which invoice, right? So that's the merchant portal will be coming up in the future.
Okay, so last question I have is when is Israel opening up? When do we get the call for Israel? We got people waiting.
Israel, yes, I've been pushing, man. They still working on it. Look like they will launch their 2.2 very soon, and then they will add up the Israel on top of it.
Do we have any rough timeline for that?
So they say 15, they will launch the 2.2. So my guess is the 15th of November.
Okay, we'll all keep our fingers crossed. Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys. So we recorded this webinar. So we will send out to the whole team so that you can, somebody else ask question. How long have this Plustoken available? So Plustoken started the end of April. Okay, the end of April. They start getting private sale on the Plustoken is February. February is when they start the private sale. They didn't run ICO. They only run private sale. They collected 15,000 Ethereum for around 20 million Plustoken. But hey, as the leader told us, most people sold their Plustoken at $2.50. And those people now is hurting. You know what? Those people is hurting now. So Plustoken collect back most of the private sale, but the point is for Plustoken is collecting members. They're using the private sale to collect the leader, and now our leader, the one 5-star, he stick with Plustoken from the beginning to until now. So you guys know he's starting with 1,000 Plustoken because he's only pay 1 Ethereum for 1,000 Plustoken, and he keep until now. So that's how it is. Okay, no more question. Wow, go for 3,000. Yes.
Yeah, no, so no more questions, but I just want to say something, Simon.
Yes,
first off, I just want to say that, you know, your leadership has been amazing. I caught on from the very beginning. And I just want to congratulate you and Jun for becoming 2-star. And one of the stories I love to bring up is Roger Bannister. You know, back when the 4-minute mile couldn't be done, and Roger Bannister did that, many more have done it after him, ran the mile in 4 minutes. And, you know, thank you for hitting that first level of 2-star. So congratulations. Because now a lot of us know that we can do it too. It's already been set. The goal's been set. Now people are shooting for that. And I also wanted to say that, you know, people on this call, if there's a lot of things that went over your head, come again. We're going to do this every Sunday. Bring your people, because it's in the education, right, where people are also going to find the belief in doing this. So they're going to see people who are successful. They're going to see people who are actually doing it, and they're going to learn, and they're going to understand it more. You know, it didn't take me, you know, a week or even a day to understand crypto, but you know, over time, you're with the right people, you're with the right surroundings, the right community, and it starts to click. You got people who are supportive on this call, so keep coming back on the Sunday, right? Promote this to other people, because that's how we grow the community. We're going to grow the community with love. We're going to grow the community with, you know, knowledge, and everyone on this call is going to become large in this crypto space. So it's not just going to be us, everyone else. So thank you for everyone coming up.
Thank you so much, guys, and ciao.